Hi everyone. Our lesson in the library today is all about giving you the skills and knowledge to be able to look at a website or information that you find on the internet and be able to determine if it is reliable, or in other words, if you can trust it. So our goal today is that you are able to gather information and use questioning methods to assess the validity and accuracy of the information. And our question I want you to focus on today is, why is it important to evaluate sources and information, and how can you do so effectively? Our first tool that I want you to look at today is this video about evaluating websites. So this just gives you an overview of what it is, why it's important, and some of the ways that you can look at websites to determine if they are reliable. Next, we have an evaluation checklist. So just a quick little way for you to check off whether what you're looking at online is trustworthy. A short video, again, about the reliability of sources. And then this video, I really want you to pay close attention to. This one is all about the acronym CARS. And CARS is what we are going to use to look at websites to decide whether or not we can trust them. So make sure that you watch this video and pay attention to the information, and especially what you need to look at whenever you are looking at websites to see whether or not they are websites or information that you can trust. Finally, we have a little bit more information on evaluating information. And this one here just goes more in depth into the things that you learned about earlier on this same column. So if you need more information, you're unsure about one part of the acronym, come here, take a look, read through, and see if this clarifies for you. The next section I want you to look at is why it's important. This question is a very valid one to ask. Why do we need to do this? And here it will give you all of the information you need. The first resource that I have for you is a TED Talk all about how fake news does real harm. And this is great because fake news is something that we hear about all the time. But we need to know what that actually means and why it matters to us. So take a look at this video and you can see for yourself why it is important. Next, we have a short article about how fake news tries to fool you. And they do a good job with it. So again, this is a really important thing for us to think about, that people are trying to fool us with this information that they put out there. They want us to believe whatever it is that they are saying. Then we have an article called Websites That Publish Fake News Make Money and Suffer No Consequences. So here we learn that it pays to put fake news on the internet and get you to click on it. Finally, we have a fact-checking website. It's kind of another version of Snopes. And you can click on this to find information about current events, things that you might have heard on the internet, urban legends, things like that, and they will check whether or not they are true. Finally, after you have looked at the tools, after you've thought about why it's important, then we're going to practice the skills that you now have. So you're going to choose from 4 different websites. You pick 2 from there, and then you're going to use CARS to evaluate those websites. So what you want to do here is to click on this evaluation form to make yourself a copy. And then what you want to do once you've pulled this up, you're going to want to open it in a new window so it goes to the Google Docs and you can actually make some changes and make the copies. So you'll click up here, open in a new window. Then you'll come over to File, Make a Copy. And you want to make sure that when you save this new copy that it does have your name, last name, as well as the title of the document. Then make sure you share it with the same people. So I get this document and can see what you or you and your partner have been working on. And then you'll click OK to have it complete that. Then you can type on your document with your friend. You can copy and paste web addresses and then type in all of the information that you and your partner talk about here. And again, you do want to fill this out for 2 of the websites on the Padlet, the ones in the Practice It tab. Then once you and your partner have finished your CARS worksheet, you're going to use it to talk about our discussion question. You're going to explain why the sources you evaluated were or were not reliable, using that information in your CARS evaluation sheet. And when you're ready to film your video, you're just going to come down to the little green plus. You'll click on that and you'll be able to record the video with your partner. Make sure you speak clearly and use the information from your CARS worksheet. Okay, finally, you can use the skills that you learned today to evaluate all kinds of information that you're presented with, not just what you search for online. As a savvy digital citizen, it is really important that you are able to see information, articles, ads, news stories, and more, and decide for yourself what you should trust and what you should not trust.